Welcome back to the channel, people. This is the S&T E11, aka the Stormtrooper Blaster. Ho ho ho.
We don't need to see his identification. Hold on.
Now, because I did the MK5 before, we won't go through too much detail on this. Yeah, we'll do the usual accuracy test and the chrono test, but this video I'm gonna kind of look at how well they replicated that thing from that big movie. Right, so first thing you get is an instruction manual. Okay. Right, here we go. You don't know how excited I am about this, because you may ask, why didn't I just get one ages ago? Well, the price is ridiculous. I still paid the full price for this, and it's so overpriced, it's ridiculous. And the only reason why I decided to go for it is because, I mean, look at it. Oh look, they've given me some free rust and some free dust. Thank you. Not. It is a pretty decent replica from that movie franchise. So you do get a tiny little stubby mag, and what I do like about it, you can see it wants to have all the official markings, but because it's so short, it literally cuts off right there. I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty cool. Imagine if this was the full length mag, you would get all the markings on there. In fact, you don't have to imagine. You see what I'm saying? Awesome. And yes, the full size fits in that too. Nice. Right, let's get it out. Ho, ho, ho. Look at this, baby. So, like I said, we're more going to look at how well they've replicated this from the movie. And yes, of course, I'll show you the odd Airsoft functionality here and there. So let's get to it straight away. And once again, remember I did the MK5? Well, pretty much the same thing, but this one is actually based on that movie. You know, the one he's in. So right here you have your end cap clip, your rear sight, the mock counter from the movie, the scope. Now, I could say mock scope, but actually, if you look through it, you can actually see it is functional. The eye relief is ridiculous, but it's a scope. You have your fire selector switch. Ooh, let me get rid of that sticker. So you have your safe, semi-auto, and full auto. And I tell you what, before I go any further, let me just complete that picture. Come on, what am I waiting for? Look at that little stubby thing. Now, if I bring you up here, now we're going to reference the actual movie model now. You've got your power cylinders. However, if this was truly accurate, right there in the center, there should be some capacitors. 3 of them, I think, if I can remember correctly. But yeah, but still not a bad effort. And you've got the room there to add them yourself if you really want to go that far and you really just want this as a very nice full metal replica from the movie. Loving the coils there too. So tucked away beneath the cylinders you have your mag release. And of course, I've already shown you this low cap mag. It's a 50 round mag. Some people say 55. Personally, I'd stick with 50 or 50. So as we progress towards the business end, let's start referencing the movie model again, because we get to hear your shroud, your handguard as it were. These things along here, they're called T-tracks. Now, if this was to truly replicate the movie model, these T-tracks would go along a bit further. In fact, it wouldn't just stop there, it will go right here to the last hole. Now, if you're wondering, oh cool, it's even got a bit of oil there too. No, this is quality control for you from S&T. That's actually glue, because one thing I've got to tell you, although this entire thing, forget the Star Wars attachments, yeah, although the entire thing is metal, everything else on here that's trying to make it look like what he uses in the movie is not, okay? It's plastic, plastic, plastic. And your T-tracks, plastic. But you know what? I'm not saying that in a negative way. That doesn't take anything away from this in my eyes. Apart from the sloppy glue application. Okay, I'll move along. So let's have a look on the other side, where you have your mock charging handle. And like I mentioned in the MK5 video, there's no adjusting of the hop-up in your mock ejection port. That's all done down there. Yes, that's your hop-up adjustment. I wonder if the Stormtroopers ever have to do hop-up adjustment. Anyway, now, for those of you that know my other channel and know me, you don't have to know me personally, but you just know about me, you know I am a Star Wars Mandalorian nut. Or should I say Star Wars and Mandalorian? This is the way. Oh mate, first episode of second season. Anyway, as with what you would expect, you have this very nice, but to some complicated stock Come on, how awesome does that look? Right, let's get it ready. Right, let's just make sure this thing works. Ha ha! Oh, and by the way, there's your magwell and your serial number. Oh, and by the way, the blaster sound effects and all of that stuff, I did that. It doesn't really make that sound. This is essentially just an airsoft piece, but a blooming nice movie replica. Okay, so as always, it depends what country you are in as to what sort of power you're going to get out of this. Now, I know that the spring has been downgraded in my model, but out of the box, they naturally will go about 400 FPS. But this one should now be a comfortable CQB gameplay 330. 330 or 340 maybe? Let's have a look. Nice. Excellent. So we are looking at about the 330, 340 mark. Come on now, it didn't quite register how many per second. Let me try again, but the FPS is nice and consistent. Let's go again. Yeah, there we go, finally. So we are looking at about 12 rounds per second. Now, we all know what this represents and from what movie it comes from and who uses it in the movie. And we all know they have a really bad reputation in hitting anything. Let's see what the airsoft version is like. Cut. Totally forgot. It's got this dinky little mag. I'm out of rounds already. Hold on. Okay, let's try again. No point saying anything, no point analysing anything, let's just Do it!
Perfect.
So there you go, people. This is the S&T E11 blaster. What are my initial thoughts? Well, quick disclaimer. As if you didn't already know, I'm a huge Star Wars fan and Mandalorian, so I am always gonna love this. Yeah, there's one or two things that are missing from this, but it doesn't matter. It's nothing that I can't rectify, like your capacitors and longer T-tracks. But what about this as an Airsoft primary? Well, out of the box, brand new, as always, they're gonna work flawlessly. You're gonna have to be unlucky for anything to happen otherwise. Now, I say brand new out of the box. I'm sure they had this on display. It's a bit sloppy. The rust, the dust, but more or less, it's a brand new piece out of the box and it works flawlessly. Yes, I've heard various complaints, various issues with this. S&T, yeah, I wouldn't put them at the top when it comes to top Airsoft brands, but I tell you what, nobody else seems to be making this in full metal, which is why I absolutely like this, because I'm not going to use this for gameplay. This is going on display. I have got another one coming from Shepperton Design Studios, and that's not even made out of metal, but it's got a certificate of authenticity. So that's cool. Proper collectors. Anyway, this Airsoft model, nice and heavy. You saw the data sheet that came up earlier on. Yeah, if you're a Star Wars fan and an Airsofter, you can't go wrong with this, other than the price. It's way too much.
Hey you! Oh wait, these aren't the Airsofters we're looking for. Move along now.
Impressive, most impressive. You will subscribe. You will cross over to the dark side. You will cross over to the dark side.